welcome to my channel. I don't have a startup thing yet, so I'm making one up. Anyways, today we're not recreating, but we're kind of creating a look that I've seen on Mimitro's. And we're going to be creating this like a warm tone look. It's perfect if you have green eyes and like this color hair. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of like an ashy blonde. What's perfect for these because it kind of complements all the colors together. And yeah, it's using some new products that I've bought from Sephora and on Beauty Bay, Plouise Academy, all those type of stores. So yeah, I hope you guys love it, and if you want to see how I created this look, then you know the go. Keep on watching. So for the base, we're using the new Too Faced concealer. I'm not sure what it is, but it's like the Born This Way. And we're using the Morphe G3 brush to pat it in. It's my favourite brush for concealer, like literally. It's like a buffing brush and a beauty blender combined. It's so good. The palette for my eyes I'm going to be using is the trusty Plouise palette, one of my favourite palettes I own at the moment. And the colour will be Plouise. Also, the brush we're using for this is the Morphe Y19 brush. It's one of my most favourite brushes I have for blending, and it's also perfect for just placing the transition shade in. And to blend out the transition shade even more, we're going to be using the Morphe M576 brush, and this will just kind of soften the edges at the top a bit more. And the next shade is Sunkissed, and we're going to be using the Y19 brush from Morphe again, and we're just going to be placing that in the crease. The next shade we're going to use is Queen, and we're going to use the brush Morphe M514 brush, and then also the Morphe M576, so just blend it out, just so there's no harsh edges and so that it just looks perfect. So now we're cutting the crease, so we're going to be using the Morphe M224 brush, and it's literally the most perfect thing, or brush let's say, to use to cut the crease, and honestly it looks so good. Next, we're going to use the Norvina palette to place on top of the eyelid, and we're going to be using the shade Summer. It is the most pigmented pigment that I've ever used before, and it's so gorgeous. In the end, I used my finger. On the outer edge, we used the brush Morphe R41 brush and the shade Contour from the same palette, and we just placed it on the outer edge to blend the gold in. So we're going to be using Ruby Lashes in Mauve. It's my favourite ever, just saying. And we're going to be using Swerve by Colourpop in our waterline, and it's very pigmented if you press hard. I'm just really lazy. And for the brush, I used some random Morphe brush. It literally does not have a number, so I can't tell you guys. For under our eyes, we're using both of the shades Sunkissed and Plouise. They're kind of like really nicely mixed, so yeah, it'll kind of blend with the transition shade. And we're using some random Morphe brush once again. It does not have a number for some reason. The next shade we're going to use under our eyes is Queen, and we're also using a random Morphe brush that does not have a number. I don't know why they don't have numbers, it's so weird. For the primer, we're using the Complexion Perfection Pro Makeup Base from Huda Beauty. I always use this primer now. It's like one of my go-tos, and it definitely keeps your makeup on all day. I did use the Mario Badescu Buttermilk Moisturizer, the blue one, but unfortunately I didn't get it on camera. So for foundation, we use the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. I'm going to tell you guys now, it's literally the best foundation I've probably ever used. Although I can say it's a bit drying, and oh my god, I was trying to pump out the foundation and it was not coming out. So that was like my first time ever using it. So I finally got it out, as you can see. So I'm just basically placing it all around my face just so it applies evenly when I buff it out. And I'm not going to use a beauty blender, I'm using a brush. To buff out the foundation, we're going to be using the Morphe G36 brush. It is like one of the best brushes I have for foundation. I don't think they sell it anymore though, because I'm pretty sure it was part of their Gunmetal collection, but hopefully they do. Because if it ever breaks, I want to buy another one. When you buff the foundation in, make sure that you're not really sliding like I am, like right there. I just stuffed up because I'm dumb sometimes. But make sure you're like I don't know how to say, punching it in your face. It just makes it last longer and looks more of like a flawless finish. For our under eye concealer, we're going to be using the new Born This Way concealer. I think it's like the contour range. I have no idea, but it's that new one. It's like thicker packaging than the original. And for the brush, we're going to be using the Morphe G3 brush. Honestly, this brush is exactly the same as a beauty blender. I'm not even joking, but in like a brush form. Definitely the best brush you can use so that your under eyes don't crease. But obviously we need powder, so we're going to be using the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. It has zero flashback and it's like the best powder I've probably ever used, and it smells so good too. For the brush to pat under our eyes, because we do not ever bake or else it just gives flashback, we're going to be using the Morphe R1 brush. It's like a fluffy brush and just pats everything in nicely. And yeah, that's basically the brush as you can see there. For bronzer, we're using the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. It's like kind of like an orange toned bronzer, which I love. And I'm going to be using the Morphe M523 brush. And oh my gosh, I know I always say it's my favourite brush, but it's literally my favourite brush. It just applies the bronzer on so nicely. Doesn't make it look muddy and just applies on so smoothly for a flawless base. To contour my nose, I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics 115 brush from one of their sets, and guys, it's gorgeous. And to blend that out, we're going to be using the Morphe M580 brush. It will kind of just blend out the edges so that there's no harsh lines. For blush, we're going to be using the Tarte Paaarty blush. It's so cute. And the Morphe E49 brush. Like, honestly, blush is so good. I don't know how to say it. If you don't apply a blush on your look just won't be complete. So obviously I just like overload it, make it look cakey. Like, I don't even care. Blush is like my favorite part of every makeup look, other than highlighter, which is my next product I'm going to be using. For highlighter, we're going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dream Glow Kit. It's my favorite glow kit so far. I love the Nicole Guerrero one, but this one's just a whole different level, holographic style. Like, I'm into that weird stuff. Anyways, the brush we're going to be using is 823 from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and the shade is Sunshine, which is also my new favorite highlighter shade. Like, I don't know, I'm into like yellow toned highlighters because it kind of gives that holographic gold effect. But yeah, anything that glows is cute because, as you can see, it's literally so glowy and it doesn't really give that like non-wet look. Like, it looks wet when you apply it. And yeah, for my inner corners, I'm using one of those Morphe brushes that does not have a name. Again, honestly, it's from that 15-piece set. I don't even know. For my lips, I'm using the Sephora 40 lipstick, and to set my face, I'm using the Avene setting spray. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and unfortunately I don't have a microphone, so I couldn't really talk through and go in depth with everything, but hopefully the voiceover kind of helped. But obviously you guys can see everything for all the products I used and how I kind of did it. I don't know. And as you can see, that's the eye look. It's very like cute. I don't know the words to use, but it's kind of warm toned. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. So guys, I'm like, can't speak. Anyways, hope you guys all enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm gonna be creating more videos like this, and I will have a microphone next video hopefully. But yeah, subscribe, hit the like button, go to my Instagram, which I'll link down below. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you soon. Bye.